Hey coach, how's it going? So thankful to be here, and we're going to kick it right off with a gift guide for the couch potato. Welcome to RaceMob, where we've got training tips, running reviews, and inspirational stories. Check out our podcast, YouTube channel, Instagram account, or visit us at racemob.com. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you get notified when new videos go live. We've been talking back and forth about this. We've got a lot of friends who are fitness enthusiasts or maybe have gotten into running recently, and they're just trying to give a little nudge to a little someone that they know, whether that's a significant other or friends or family, people that are, leading a bit of a sedentary lifestyle, and they want to give them a little bit of a nudge. These are great gifts, great fitness gifts that, are just a little gentle nudge, but that will anyone or everyone will enjoy. So can't wait to just dive right into these gifts.
Yeah, let's get
That's
after
cool
it.
with you. All right, sounds good. So, fitness gift number one, a posture corrector. I actually used this not too long ago, which is why I give it a ringing endorsement. I'm usually at the desk. I'm always at the computer. I have gotten into a pretty bad habit with my posture, and this is actually something that works pretty well, I would say. Basically, it trains your body. So you use it for 20 minutes to 30 minutes a day. You strap it on, it kind of looks like a backpack. You tighten it up a little bit, and it helps you really bring your shoulders back, bring your head position up a little bit. And I actually had a pretty bad shoulder impingement not too long ago, even like 6-8 months ago. And, even during like CrossFit workouts, I would have the shoulder impingement, especially on, certain workouts. And this has actually helped tremendously. This and a couple of physical therapy workouts where you're like stretching those, the shoulder joint out. But this is something I highly recommend for people. If you've noticed your significant other get a little bit of a slouch, hunch over a little bit. And again, we're at our desks all the time. So for the couch potato, I think this is a great kind of fitness gift to get them, started down the right path.
Yeah, Kev, I mean, great suggestion, especially with so many of us working from home in the midst of the pandemic. It's a great,
Yeah,
great
yeah,
suggestion.
absolutely. And you don't look so silly when you're working from home wearing one of these things for a little bit of time, Well, I don't know if I'd bring this into the office, but working from home, this is a little bit easy to just strap this thing on. So, fantastic fun. Another thing that I would highly recommend is blue light blocking glasses. Again, we're at our desk a lot these days, even more so into the night sometimes because it's harder to separate work and night. And the amount of blue light that gets emitted from our LED screens, and you guys can't see it right now, but I've got a soft box here and the light shines right directly into my face. So having some blue light blocking lenses, especially as you get into the evening time, actually helps tremendously with sleep and helps you tremendously, go to bed earlier, wake up more refreshed. All of these things that we don't even realize are affecting us. Really, this helps tremendously. Also with like macular degeneration and other stuff that you worry about from the amount of time that we're just staring at computer screens, this can be something, tremendously helpful, and just kind of a gentle nudge of like, hey, try these out for a little bit, see if you sleep better. And if you sleep better, wake up refreshed, maybe you have a little bit more energy for, a workout or something else during the middle of the day. All right, I'm going to get to this other one that I love. I love these shirts from Tea Turtle. I've gotten so many of these different types of shirts. They have all sorts of shirts on fitness. So this one I love for the couch potato, give them a little gentle nudge of like, hey, I'm training for a marathon. They've got all sorts of other fitness shirts up here too. So perfect ones for the triathletes, for the people that, don't really run, but you're trying to get them a little gentle nudge. Triathletes here. I do it for the tacos. So I just love Tea Turtle shirts. I've got a bunch of their like Star Wars shirts and other things that I absolutely love. I've definitely gifted some of these to buddies that I've dragged to my CrossFit workouts, just to poke it in a little bit and kind of encourage them to come back out. And we all struggle a little bit with some of our workouts. So these are some just fantastic and fun shirts. So this is the next item on my list, which I think is just hilarious. I think it's just fantastic. It's like, okay, if you're going to give somebody a fitness planner, and we know that the number one thing that people need is motivation, consistency, just to log things and see progression. Those are the types of things that couch potatoes need to just get started, and not to like go from 0 to 100, but just get a little bit started. And why not inject a little personality, a little fun, F me, I'm going to actually do this diet and exercise. It's not rocket science. People just need to know that, just take one step. So I think that this is a funny gift, fantastic gift, a great little thing to give a nudge. And we know that it's not all exercise, right? Diet is the other part. Yeah. And sometimes it's as simple as not sticking to a specific diet, which you could. I mean, I think, another interesting gift might be a cookbook that's like a Whole30 cookbook or paleo cookbook or something, that's on the healthier side, letting them know that, hey, healthy food can be delicious as well. But this is just something as simple as a tracker, a diet tracker, something as simple as just like recording what you're eating throughout a week or two, not even like pushing a diet or anything, but just like realizing what you're recording and being mindful of it. That can help. I think
very helpful. Very helpful. It's helped me in the past as well. Written down that way, and also virtually as well. Like you have MyFitnessPal is a great digital app that allows you to journal and get a better understanding of what your food intake is. And again, it doesn't have to be diet specific, but as long as you are able to understand portions and quantities and calories and the breakdown of the fats, proteins, carbs, etc., all very helpful.
Yeah. Same goes for me. Like when I first lost my 20 pounds, 25 pounds, it just shocked me how many calories and fats and sugars were in like a little candy bar versus like you could eat like a whole bag of apples for that same, amount of calories and whatnot. And you're like, oh, well, obviously, one is filling, one is not. And so, just a little something like this, I think is super interesting just to give that little nudge. And we encourage a lot of our beginner runners to do a little bit of this journaling to figure out, because exercise can only be a portion of it. Diet's actually a big portion if weight loss is your goal. So I think that this is an excellent idea. Along with fitness tracking or fitness planning or fitness planners is fitness tracking, because we think that the way that you see the most success transformation is by actually tracking your progress and how you're progressing. I got my mom one of these Fitbits on Amazon Prime Day. I think we made that little video. My mom immediately called me up, said, "Hey, can you get me one of these Fitbits?" I think she had a goal of like 10,000 steps, and it was brought on by I think she gets a health insurance reduction if she can complete 10,000 steps per day. And man, she has blown past the 10,000 steps. Every time I talk to her, it's like, oh, I did 20,000. I did 25. Wow.
Yeah.
I got past my goal. I did 27,000, I think was her new record. So it's amazing how much just one of these things can help people that, are pretty sedentary. We've gotten my father-in-law one of these trackers way back when Fitbit was like this little thing. And now he's I think hit like 1,500 miles this year, just walking. And so, it really goes to like, hey, a little bit of, we all like to see progress. We all like to see a little bit of progression here. And so, when that walk around the block, you can see and you can measure it, and that counts towards something, and you put a goal towards it. That makes a huge difference. So, and you don't have to break the bank either, right? There are like this one's $100. There are several of these, which we'll link to as well, that are $20, $25, $30. I mean, the goal for the couch potato is just to start measuring a little bit of progress. And, And we know these watches can go up to $500, $600 for the Garmin's. So that's why we'll have another list for the advanced runners or the runners in your life, and they come up with all the bells and whistles and all of that. But I think for beginners or couch potatoes, just having a little bit of something to track, even though we know you can track it on your phone, but having something like this that tracks all day long and tells you to get up every once in a while and all of that, I think is a fantastic present. All right, let's get on to the next thing. Scales. I helped you move recently, and you have about 3 or 4 scales in your house. So I know you've gone through a couple of these as well.
There's a love-hate relationship with scales, and it's a level of just measurement. That's all it is. You don't need to overthink it. It's important to see where you're at in order to see where you're going. And as you're putting in work from a fitness perspective and changing up your diet, you want to see those incremental gains. And overall health isn't determined by scale weight, but it does play a role. And we've seen stories even recently with one of our RaceMob teammates, Sam in Florida, who's lost 120 pounds plus, over the last, year and a half or so. And a lot of that is scale weight by changing activity level and changing diet. And those things, when they work together, the results are profound.
Yeah. And again, people love to see progress. I especially love the scales that do some body composition analysis. So, they're not the most accurate, right? Like, it's not like we're going to do like water displacement or, going out to an actual lab or facility, but they do give you some indication, because as scale weight can also stay the same if you're gaining muscle and losing fat, right? You could be the exact same weight, but your body composition could be wildly different. So having something that gives you some form of body composition analysis, and it's really just so that you can track it against itself. Again, it might not be the most accurate. And then I love these scales. I've got one as well that do the Bluetooth syncing and some form of analysis over time, because I love being able to track, how my weight has changed over time, how maybe my muscle mass or body fat percentage has changed over time. So, again, you don't have to break the bank. These scales are $20. I think when I bought mine, it was like in the $80, $100 range, right? They used to be $150, that sort of thing. Now they're coming out, they're cheaper and cheaper than ever. The great thing about some of these scales is sometimes they will automatically detect different family members in the household. Sometimes they will allow you to share or not share, depending on the type of, so if you want to give a gentle nudge of like, oh, hey, we're going up together, we should, work on something together. Or if you just want to hide it, nobody wants to tell each other, that's fine as well. But, you can have your own apps and all of that. So great present for just a little nudge of somebody in the household, just to take a look at too.
That's a great, for the functionality of that unit right there. It's a great investment.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes all we need is a little nudge, a little tracking, to get that. Here's another thing that I think is on the cheap side. Again, we can go as low as $10 up to, $30. But just a basic foam roller, I think, is a great present for the couch potato, for the, for the sedentary lifestyle, because sometimes we don't go on runs or walks or other things because we've got a little bit of aches, we've got a little bit of pains, we've got a little bit of something that we're not sure. And sometimes just a little bit of foam rolling will get us off the couch. It hurts at first. It starts to feel really great after a little bit of time, but we're just looking for things to kind of get you nudged a little bit. And this is a great, what you're looking probably for is like medium density, soft density, something easy to ease somebody into the foam rolling experience. As we get through our other gift guides for beginner, medium event, we've got other other instruments of pain and destruction in there that will help you in your recovery. But for the couch potato, I think this is a great little present to kind of get them a little bit off the couch and moving a little here. So I've got a couple of these kind of in conjunction with each other, but I think for the couch potato, what you really want to do, and we talk about this a lot in our Unleash the Beast webinar, is the intrinsic motivation of exercise, right? Trying to make the exercise itself fun, trying to make it so that you look forward to that exercise itself. Not that it's always, so that it's not always outside pressure, but, you have fun while doing it, right? And a lot of us talk about this runner's high. When you start to be able to run 3 miles and get past that, then, it starts to become fun. You start to be able to get into your own headspace, start to enjoy it a little bit more. Well, it can still be fun for the couch potato, right? And we're talking about maybe not necessarily the run, maybe you just start off with the walk. And how can you make 30 minutes of walking a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting? And headphones, it's a great way to do it, right? It's a great way to not bother everybody else, but be able to concentrate on the run. I love cheap, simple headphones. You can get up to the AirPods and the AirPod Pros and all that, which are 150, 180. But I love, especially for the couch potato, I've got a pair of very similar headphones in the $30 range, right? This is in the $25 range. Bluetooth headphones, water resistant, waterproof. They charge in the case. They last forever. They're great for travel. If you lose them, you lose them. Not a big deal. And I think that this is a fantastic present, especially if you can lump it up and do it with, some books from Audible, which I have started to fall in love with. I know when I started running, I started falling in love with music and music from musicals. And then I recently have started falling in love with longer, I love podcasts, obviously. I love hearing the inspirational stories from our podcast guests and all of that. But I also like these long form Audible books too. A couple of suggestions I have. Barack Obama just came out with A Promised Land, one of the fastest selling books here, and I just downloaded it. I haven't gotten into this one yet, but I'm sure it's going to be fascinating. I love the long form, and it's actually narrated by Barack himself. That's
fantastic.
Yeah, I know, right?
The bonus price worth its price in it alone.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we talked to like Matt Fitzgerald, he just talked about how painful it is to narrate one of these Audible books, even if it's your own book, even if it's something that you've written, but just getting everything, enunciation, all of that right through a read through. But can't wait to listen to this. If your significant other, if your friend, family are into like fantasy fiction, there's Ready Player 2 is one of the top selling ones out there. There's all sorts of like sports books out there if they're into sports and diving into the history. A lot of history books, a lot of fantasy, a lot of adventure. So really for the couch potato, you can really mimic that same, storytelling on your walks, on your runs, while you get up, while you get out, while you walk your dog, while you, any of that stuff. So I think that this is a great combination, a great pair of combination, for any couple, or any person, any couch potato to just start.
I really enjoyed the David Goggins audiobook. Yeah, for many reasons, and for him to hear his voice in your ear to run through a brick wall at times. So
I just downloaded that too, so I can't wait. Yeah, so I mean, this is my new obsession. Is like, okay, how do I make my runs fun? It's because this is my time to get to read these books, get to listen to these books. Yeah. So I think, yeah, fantastic. Can't wait to start doing it. So awesome. Next thing that we have on our list, running shoes. And, running shoes are so, especially for couch potato beginner runners, they're so important to get them right. Because there's so many different types of running shoes. We know that Seth D'Amore has a running matrix, which we'll link to it down here. There are different types of feet, different types of running. But for the beginner, it's really important to go get fitted for your feet, for your, because we all have different types of arches. We might have different pronation or supination. That's really the big thing that you're looking for is, okay, do we have a neutral kind of foot strike? Do we pronate or lean towards the outside? Do we supinate or have the feet lean towards the inside? And getting the right size, because a lot of times people come in and they actually get shoes that are in the wrong size. As we know from like, hey, if they're going to go a longer distance, the feet actually do swell, and they swell quite a bit. So you might need an extra inch or two in the toe box, because of the amount that those feet do swell. And so I know for me, I was a start and stop several times in getting into the right exercise program. And for me, getting the right running shoes was the game changer. It was the thing that, really ultimately allowed me to start running pain free. It took that pain away from my knee, it took the pain away from my feet. And so this is just one of those recommendations that, to get a gift card to a running store instead of particular shoes, but to either get a gift card or just promise them, hey, I'm going to go to the Running Revolution store or wherever your local store is, get you fitted for the proper running gear, running shoes. And, when you look good and you feel good, you're going to go do it more, right? And so like running apparel, running shoes, these are great ways to just get somebody up and started. And, I think that this is a great present for those that are couch potatoes.
Yep, well said. One of our members in the running fundamentals training for Rose was recently at Running Revolution, had a running analysis, and picked him up a pair of shoes, and is experiencing an improved running experience because he got fitted for the proper pair of shoes based on his foot strike, pronation, overpronation, et cetera, et cetera. So as you suggested, gift cards are very, it's a nice way to go about nudging somebody off the couch into activity.
Absolutely. And yeah, again, people struggle with consistency, motivation. I know every time I buy a piece of running gear, it motivates me. It's just like, I buy a new watch, I'm like out. I'm testing it out. I buy a new shoes, I'm out testing it out. So, these are great ways to just nudge people to get off the couch. Finally, I think the present that we're most excited for and the thing that we think will help people the most is really a RaceMob membership and subscription. For somebody who is a couch potato and looking to just get off the couch, I mean, there's nothing more motivating than getting to talk to Coach B and have him in your ear and help you out in your journey. And I think it's so important that once you buy a membership and a subscription, you get to sit down with the coach himself and plan together your goals and how are you going to reach those goals. What's the activity? And, this guy, if you talk to him enough, I mean, he's just going to get you to those goals. Right. So meeting Coach B, and we've got a special Cyber Week discount. So just jump on it. We think that this is a great present, whether you're an advanced runner or a beginner runner, but a special Cyber Week special for $99. You're going to get a 6-month member subscription. So you're going to save 60% off the list price. That's $140 off the normal price. That includes access to the RaceMob community. It includes a welcome kit, which has a headband and shirts, which are on the way. You get to select between 40 plus and maybe we're up to 60 plus training plans or training goals. And if one of them doesn't quite suit you, just talk to Coach. We'll make it right, and we'll make sure that we have a training plan that really suits you. You're going to get access to some weekly Q&A sessions to help answer any questions that you have along the way, as well as access to discounts and giveaways. And we continue to come up with new materials that are for members only. So things that we talk about like running form, things like our Unleash the Beast webinar, which helps you set goals and internal motivation. We think that this is the perfect present for the couch potato that is looking to start their fitness journey. There's nothing better than motivation, consistency, accountability, all of those things to really just help you get success, find success. So, yeah,
and we're seeing that. We're seeing that firsthand with some of our team members who are in the RaceMob training programs, that they're realizing success. And let us do the work for you. We'll put the plan in front of you, help you stay motivated and accountable during the process, and having fun. having fun is very important on how we go about our business here and helping you being a happier and healthier version of yourself.
Fantastic. So I've got all of the I've got a dog who's shaking off here. Fantastic. So I'll have all of the links down below. Some of these are affiliate links. If you click through them, they help support our channel, support us. So feel free to find the links down below. And feel free. I really have a dog that's going at it over here. So find the links down below. If you click through them, they really do support our channel. They help us tremendously. And buying a RaceMob subscription really does help us, help benefit the entire community. And we just want to help you achieve your goals. Again, all of our memberships are backed by a money-back guarantee. If you're not seeing your goals, if you're not reaching your goals, if we can't motivate you to get up and out, then you get your money back. So with that, thank you so much for taking a look at this couch potato gift guide. We've got other gift guides that we are putting together and putting up here. One for the beginner athlete, one for the intermediate athlete, one for advanced athletes, and even a guide for people that just basically have everything and you don't know what to give them, right? So we're coming up with all of these guides, hopefully to help you choose a fantastic present for whoever it is on your list. Fantastic. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you again real soon.